Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome in. Wednesdays, Wake Up Barstool. We're in the holiday mood here, guys. Very seasonally happy. We got a great show planned for you. Coach Jon Sumrall gonna stop by. That's right, a man with 2 phones and 2 jobs in one time slot here. We got Brandon Walker breaking down the college football playoff. We got Hannah Montoya's football fashion report. And Connor Griffin's in and out. Ebo has a teeny tiny baseball segment. KB's show notes, and it all starts now on FS1. What is happening, everybody? Welcome in. This is Wake Up Barstool. Oh, I love all the Christmas decorations, the vibes, lighting. All of it makes me so happy. And I want to have a very happy, fun show today, which is why I'm so glad that we have the jolliest person in the entire Barstool Sports company. We have Brandon Walker.
Are you, why did they show KB when you said that? Are you a real tree guy or a fake tree?
Real tree.
Real tree.
Yeah.
Always real tree.
Always real tree.
So my wife gave me permission to do real tree last week for the first time in years.
Oh, wow. Let's go, dude.
She did fake tree for so many
Crap, I haven't watered the tree. Oh, my God.
And the other day, so I go to a Christmas tree farm, and I think, all right, I'm going to go to the Christmas tree farm. I'm going to give them $100, and they're going to give me a tree that they pre-cut from their forest of trees.
Yeah.
No, they hand me a saw and a sled to pull the tree back after I cut it down in their forest. And I walk out there in my New Balances and 8 feet of snow, and I chop it down, and I drag it, and those trees are heavy.
Yeah.
Didn't enjoy it.
Didn't
enjoy it at all.
One day I look forward to, because that wasn't a thing back home, chopping down the tree.
No, it wasn't. We don't have that down there.
No, I'm going to do that eventually. I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm so stressed about not watering the tree now. Damn it, dude. Because when you don't keep it alive, then it starts to shed quite a bit.
It starts to die, yeah.
The one thing we've been doing a bit more that's a bit much maybe is real garland. We're a big garland household.
Garland.
Garland. Is there D on there, right? Isn't there? Anyway.
You live with Darius?
It's all over the place. Doesn't matter. The point is, we got a good show planned for you today, guys. Okay, very excited to be here today. A lot of college football talk in the docket. Jon Sumrall going to stop by, as I said. Looking forward to that. We got Brandon, we got Ebo, we got Connor, we got KB. All right. Let's start with the college football playoff.
Sure, of course.
Here, Brandon.
Everybody wants to talk about it, Ebo.
Mm-hmm. What is that a reference to?
I just said everybody wants to talk about it.
Well, Brandon and Ebo, we should clarify. Brandon's not happy with Ebo and the fact that James Madison is going to the playoffs.
I've never said anything else to Ebo about this.
It feels very personal, too. It doesn't even feel like you're attacking James Madison. It feels like you're attacking me and PFT personally.
I've never said anything to you about this.
Your teammates and friend.
Listen, you don't owe anybody an apology for James Madison wasting a spot in this playoff.
Well,
this is not your fault.
Hold on now.
Have you said congratulations to him?
Not once. Not once.
That's not true at all. I have congratulated him, T-Bob. I sent him a congratulatory text. Show everybody.
It said congratulations on wasting a spot in the college football playoff.
Okay, it's technically a congratulatory text.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Even if it is laced with a bit of criticism.
Not all of us can play in a Mayo Bowl, T-Bob, which is the pinnacle of sports, and I do envy Brandon for that, but. Well, I'm not going to apologize to anyone for making the college.
Hold on, what time is Sumrall coming by?
Hour number 2.
Hour number 2? So he's not even watching yet.
Potentially not.
Okay, because you guys aren't the only one wasting a spot.
Will you congratulate him on wasting a spot?
No, I'm going to congratulate him on a great season.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
You know who probably is watching is our guy Joey McGuire, noted fan of the show. Shout out Coach Joey, dude. Congrats on the Big 12 championship, man. Awesome. We'll get to Texas Tech.
He sent me a text the other day thanking Dave for being Provo Dave. Going into the Big 12 championship game. Gave Texas Tech a lot of ammo.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? So y'all's argument does kind of highlight the discussion. Is this year, because we have to remember, we're so new to this expanded playoff, it's only going to expand more. Like, we're still in the data gathering phase. We're still going to continue to tweak and change things. Is this these two teams, in JMU and Tulane, making this? Do you think this will be enough to create the momentum, the desire for significant change within the college football playoff going forward.
Okay, so I like what you said. It's year 2, right?
Yeah.
And in year 1, we learned some things. We learned that, just the way they did the auto buys last year was a little silly. It led to some better teams getting left out of the buy process than some teams that got in. And now we're learning. I don't think it's inherently bad that a JMU or a Tulane are in this playoff. In fact, I'm kind of putting on a little bit. It's kind of awesome that they do get this experience and everything. But going forward, I'm not sure the G5 needs as automatic a spot as it has. I think it should have access to the playoff. I think if a G5 team or multiple G5 teams hit certain benchmarks, they should be in the playoff. This year, they're kind of shoehorned in there because they wrote these bylaws in such a way that it happened, and the ACC collapsed, basically, in front of our very eyes. So it sounds like I'm really poo-pooing James Madison and Tulane, and I'm not. There's a situation right now where Vanderbilt's not in and Notre Dame's not in, and nobody in the world thinks that JMU is a better football team than Notre Dame.
But you're banging the table for Vanderbilt and Notre Dame. Do you see yourself right now to a historically awful program and a program that I can't imagine that you have defended for a long time? I'm just saying, look at where you are right now defending Vanderbilt and Notre Dame.
I'm not defending. I'm not defending anybody. I'm just pointing out that we've got some big Power 4 teams that are very close, and they're right there, and they're not in. And then we created this avenue that probably didn't need to be.
You're talking about a Vanderbilt team that went 10-2 in the SEC, had 4 ranked
historic powerhouse Vanderbilt.
What's historic got to do with anything?
Okay, yeah, stop that, first off. Secondly,
I can't poo-poo
as the guy who should probably win the Heisman in Diego Pavia, he won't, but objectively probably should. I'm happy for you. I would rather see Vanderbilt 100 times out of 100 in this 12-team playoffs than JMU.
What was the 10-2 SEC team we put in last year in the first round?
That was Tennessee.
What was the final score of their game?
They got killed by Ohio State.
Okay,
like every single team that played Ohio State.
Okay.
And tennis, that has nothing to do with anything.
No, I'm just
I like this side of Ebo.
I'm just asking questions.
He's fighting.
He's fighting the good fight.
Also,
if your team goes to Eugene, Oregon and fights like
don't
this,
be mad at me. Don't be mad at me.
Nobody's mad.
Be mad at the historic program.
Are you going to beat Oregon?
Huh?
Are you going to beat Oregon?
Be mad at Miami. Be mad at Clemson.
Are you going to make the Oregon game interesting?
I think he's answering you by not answering you.
We can win that game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's look at the college football playoff teams as trail mix. I think Tulane and James Madison are the juicy, sun-kissed raisins.
Mm-hmm. But I love the raisins.
Can they compete with the chocolate, the pistachios, the almonds in Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon? No. But do they belong in the trail mix?
Also
no.
Hold on. You don't like the raisins.
Yeah, no one likes the raisins.
Wait,
no one likes the raisins.
Wait, I'm very confused. We don't like the raisins and trail mix? They add a bit of sweet to the savory and a texture change that I find to be quite enjoyable.
The fact that raisins have continued to exist as a food is amazing.
Wait, hold on.
Nobody likes raisins.
Now we're just not liking raisins at all?
They have a place. They emphasize how good the pistachios and the almonds are.
What, guys, what are we talking about here? They got a wonderful gummy-like texture and a sweet taste.
But they're not gummy.
Wonderful about raisins' texture.
I'm kind of with T.
I feel like I'm taking crazy.
You get them in the little red box.
Yeah,
I like them.
We know how raisins are sold.
Raisin Bran has entire cereals with extra scoops of raisins.
You've never walked in the store and bought a box of raisins.
You guys don't like raisins.
Raisins and cookies, also not a bad play. I know that's a
You pick up a cookie and you look at it, you're like, I hope those are chocolate chips.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Oh, God, they're raisins.
If you're expecting chocolate chips, if I expect a Lamborghini and I come away with a Dodge Stratus, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed. But if you're expecting oatmeal raisin cookies, they're really good.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a function of expectation.
I feel like we might get contentious today, and I like it.
We're going jolly. This is a jolly show.
It's a jolly show.
Okay.
I'll bring up one thing hopefully we can all agree on. With the college football playoff, are we done with the raisin talk? We can keep talking raisin.
I think it's going to be through the whole show.
Okay, we'll keep it through the whole. I hate to pivot so quickly. With the college football playoff, I know we're going to at least 16. I've accepted that. That's fine. The issue that I kept seeing on Sunday, especially on the broadcast when they were revealing the rankings and everything, is that they were mad that Notre Dame gets left out and Vanderbilt gets left out, and their immediate jump is oh, well, we need more teams in the playoff. We need to expand the field.
Yeah.
That's how we got in this mess in the first place. You are lowering the barrier to entry with every new 4, 6, 8 teams that you add. You're lowering the standard, means more teams are going to believe that they have a right to inclusion, which means more teams get left out, more teams, there's more arguments, everything. I don't understand it. By the way, this would have been a perfect year for a 14.
Okay,
playoff.
so we'll stop. You just said the word perfect. And that's exactly where the fallacy is with everybody that watches college football. Last year, when we got to this spot and we were trying to put a 12-team playoff together, we had about 9 teams worthy of it. This year, we had about 15. And it's not going to be the same every year. Every single year in college football is different. Remember 2007, 19 top 5 upsets in that
How
season?
Can I forget?
That's one of the you won the national championship
I got a ring from
that year.
season.
So, but that was one of the greatest seasons of all time. It's also one of 100. You couldn't take that season and then say the next year, oh, any top 5 team's not good because they're going to get upset. Well, that's just special that happened in 2007, right? So 2024, you had 9 teams that were worthy of a spot. 2025, you have 15 teams worthy of a spot. 2026, who knows? There is no.
I mean, are
number.
y'all? So are y'all? So I feel like this ties into the raisin talk because y'all are so anti-raisin
So he wanted the raisins back so bad.
No, but I feel a bit like I'm taking crazy pills when it comes to having to advocate for a snack that stood the test of time for hundreds of years. But I also feel like I'm taking crazy pills when it comes to this 16-team playoff in that why don't we just do the more objective model? Why are we so obsessed with this at-large system where all it is our opinions and subjectivity? If you had the top 6 teams in the SEC and the Big Ten, right, and you have 1 and 2 play for a conference championship, the winner's going to get a bye. That conference championship now has value again. You have 3 and 6 play for a playoff spot. You have 4 and 5 play for a playoff spot. That way, everybody's playing that weekend. Nobody gets a rest advantage. The TV revenue, which drives the entire sport, they get more inventory. Everybody makes more money. I don't understand what the problem with creating a system where the actual football and not our opinions decide who makes it. It'd be 4 in the SEC, it'd be 4 in the Big Ten, it'd be 2 in the Big 12, it'd be 2 in the ACC, and then you would still have a couple of at-large spots for your Notre Dame and whoever else.
Because the same problem that besets this format, the 12-team format, would beset that format. The conferences are too big. Not everybody plays each other. They have created a situation where these gigantic, huge super conferences allows for teams to sneak into the margins like a Duke. Hold on, because teams don't play anymore. Like Duke and Miami had 2 conference opponents that were common this year in the ACC. You couldn't tell who the best team. If these conferences were 10 teams, 12 teams, you get everybody together, you play. What I'm saying is, you might get to a situation where our eyeballs tell us at the end that Team 5 is better than Team 7 in the SEC, or Team 7 is better than Team 5 in the SEC, but Team 7 doesn't qualify because their schedule's so much tougher because they're in a different part of the conference. Well, like these major conferences are creating schedule loopholes that are creating teams that don't quite belong.
But in the SEC, you're about to move to 9 conference games. You'll play over half of the conference, each team will. And guess what? If you have an outlier situation like that, tough titty. I don't care. Right? Because you can't complain.
Then, why is it a tough titty now?
Because this is decided by opinion and subjectivity, and you telling me who's better. I just find that to be so unsatisfactory compared to a system in which just the games aside. Like, yeah, the 7-9 Giants made the playoffs that year and ended up winning the Super Bowl, and it was insane and everything. Like, nobody would have put them in the playoff in a subjective environment.
But again, you say let the games aside. In a sport with 130 teams, 140 teams, in a sport with conferences with 18 and 20 teams, not everybody's going to play. The football's never going to just decide. It's always going to have some measure of opinion attached to it.
Not if it's just where you finish in the conference standing that determines your postseason.
But again, if not everybody plays, you're going to have to. It's going to be opinion based.
You'll have opinions on this team snuck in because their schedule is easier, but who cares? Who cares? At the end of the day, they still won the games. The other team lost the game.
But if we're doing who cares, we can do who cares right now.
So what do you want? You want the 5 auto bids and then the 11 at large?
I want chaos as much as possible. We'll go to 13 teams. Nobody will be able to figure out the bracket.
I still can't figure out the bracket.
All of this?
JMU winning the national title.
Private equity.
What about bowl games? So we had Pat Bavacqua on, Pete, I keep saying Pat, Pete Bavacqua on
Pete
the
Bavacqua.
Notre Dame AD. And credit to Pete, he came on, he stated his case, he was very eloquent. But I could not hate his decision more. And I know it's become a bit of the cool guy take to be like, I'm cool with Pete taking his ball and going home, et cetera, et cetera. How about no? How about like, what about all the seniors on that team that are never going to get to play another game of football and actually like playing football and would have loved to suit up one more time in that uniform? Or some of the guys that haven't gotten to play and would have gotten an opportunity because you were going to have some of the best players opt out for the NFL draft, meaning they finally get their moment. What about the 15 additional practices that you get to create next year's team and start momentum there? What about bowl week where you get to form memories with your teammates that will last a lifetime? And you say no because you feel slighted because you didn't win the games you were supposed to? It's the most anti-competitive, soft BS excuse, and it infuriates me that Notre Dame would lead the way in this charge, and now you see other teams following suit. Like, you want to talk about the football not mattering? You want to talk about the death of the sport? Pete Bavacqua, you have to look in the mirror for what you have done here. It's so sad. It's like, are those the lessons you would want to teach your children? Not me. Not me. Because what defines a man is not the adversity you are met with, is a response to the adversity. And your response to adversity was soft, anti-competitive BS. And you have to make peace with that. And so do all these other schools that are opting out of bowl games, okay? Because a lot of these kids, they like to play football. And they would have loved to play another game one more time in that uniform, because football is not a game where you get to play it again in life. Basketball, sure, you can go play men's league, you can do all that. You don't get to play football ever again. And you took away a final game because you were upset. Pathetic. Makes me angry.
Well, it's cooking right there, yeah. I have nothing else to say.
Man just got in the kitchen.
So, I mean, the potential death of bowl games and everything. Like, players opting out, I understand. That's fine. But players who want to play are still going to play. Teams opting out, that's when the sport is truly losing its way.
It's hero teams like Mississippi State stepping up at 5 and 7 and taking a bowl spot that are keeping this sport tied together.
Mississippi State, App State stepping up. Bowl games.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there's just another repercussion of the expanded playoff. If we're still,
I think bowls were dying a little bit before.
I don't know.
They were.
I mean, they definitely were.
The 14 playoff teams players were opting out in the 14.
They were opting out, yes, for the sake of their future draft stock and everything like that. That was always going to be the case as we got more, player focus, and the players had this type of leverage now in this new NIL world and whatnot. But in a 14 playoff, there were still plenty of meaningful bowl games outside of the playoff. Now the biggest one, even though I love it, is it the Pop-Tart Bowl?
No, the biggest one is actually the Pinstripe Bowl.
The Pinstripe Bowl.
Because it is Brandon Walker's national championship.
Number one. No,
Clemson versus Penn State.
Who will earn their pinstripes?
You guys are clowning it. I'm very excited for this.
Are you going?
December 27th, noon.
What about the LA Bowl? A couple of BFW's college football playoff teams, Boise and Washington.
Are we not talking about the Duke's Mayo Bowl?
Square up. I don't know. The producers really wanted me to go after this. All right, when we get back, guys.
You eat some raisins on this show.
Let's talk Heisman. Raisins are great. It's not a punishment, guys.
Raisins are not great.
Cheesecake is great.
Raisins are great. That's crazy.
Do you not like grapes?
Craisins are better than raisins.
Oh, what are you talking about? All right, it's time for T-Bob's Ins and Outs, where I tell you what's in and what we're leaving behind, okay? We're leaving behind the Wednesday Wake Up Barstool crew for this anti-raisin agenda that they have brought here on what was supposed to be a jolly holiday show. In is Heisman talk, as it appears that Fernando Mendoza will be taking home college football's most prestigious award. But the question, it bears the question, guys, are they getting it right with Fernando? Because I guess the crux of this is that statistically, he is inferior by a pretty wide margin, at least from a yardage standpoint, to Diego Pavia. And as one of our producers, Jeremy, is incredibly hung up on, he hasn't thrown for 3,000 yards. Should Fernando Mendoza be the Heisman winner? And again, guys, it's like, what's the odds now?
Yeah, he's going to be the Heisman winner. So
yeah, it's like -1,000. Yeah, like he's absolutely going to. There we go, -1,000.
So let's just acknowledge what this is. This is a year where nobody really stepped forward and won the Heisman on an individual basis. Last year, you had two guys separate themselves with Travis Hunter and Ashton Jeanty. But this year, no one.
Cam Ward's stats were crazy too last year.
No one individual really took this season by the horns and said, "This is my year." Therefore, it's going back to the default setting of if we don't have somebody like that, let's give it to the best player on the best team or the leader of the best team. And that is Fernando Mendoza. And normally I hate that idea. I hate that concept. But if ever a team was born to have their best player honored with a team award as the Heisman Trophy,
that's a good point.
It's these Indiana Hoosiers. It's this team that just went 13-0 and won the Big Ten and beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game. Going into that game last week, Julian Sayin had a slight lead, and they shut him down. Mendoza wasn't great either, but in the big moments, you see these throws in the big moments, 3rd and 6, with 2 minutes left, they're going to have to punt the ball back. No, he makes one of the best throws of the night.
That touchdown throw was on 3rd and 8 as well.
And every single time this year, the drive against Penn State, he was making the throws. He wasn't great against Penn State, but in that last drive, he was great. So I don't like the concept of let's put the best player on the best team in the Heisman spot. But in the absence of somebody taking it, Diego Pavia is the closest to do it.
Yeah.
But in the absence of somebody doing it, let's just go with the Indiana Hoosiers quarterback because that team deserves something.
Also, if we roll up his brother's stats into his stats, he's probably over 3,000 yards. And they're basically one person.
Yeah,
so.
Get Alberto in there as well.
Yeah.
Well, I saw, too, in that one game, was it Manziel who was saying, we're really giving a Heisman moment to a 3rd down completion to ice the game?
Yeah.
Somebody, I don't want to put that on Johnny Manziel, but I could have sworn I saw that. Considering
what was your Heisman moment, Johnny?
Sorry,
continue.
But just the fact that
it was the one against Alabama.
Yeah,
but I mean,
that was one of the best Heisman moments of all time.
It's a tight play, but it's a regular season game where he went 10-2 and eventually meant nothing.
Here, it's a Big Ten championship. He makes 2 great throws right on the money, and he did get popped. Mendoza got popped that very first play of the game.
Yeah.
And I thought he was done. He comes back in, leads Indiana to their first undefeated season ever, beats #1 Ohio State in this, not miraculous, but given everything that Indiana has gone through as a program versus Ohio State, that was a miraculous win on Saturday.
Listen, Mendoza's not going to go down in the annals of the Heisman Trophy as one of the best Heisman winners of all time. But he is going to go down as a Heisman winner, and every season is different. Every season, you might have 3 Heisman guys in one season. You might have 1 Heisman-worthy guy in another season. This year, it was just a weak Heisman year, and I think he's a worthy recipient given what we saw this year.
Well, and look, he hasn't thrown for 2,000 yards, but he is second in the country in touchdowns responsible for with 39 of them.
He also didn't play in a lot of fourth quarters.
Yeah, that's true. Byron, that's a good point, actually. Otherwise, he would have 3,000 yards. Byron Brown, if not for him having a kind of quietly unreal statistical year, he would lead the nation in that category. Here's the thing. If I had a personal vote, I would probably vote Pavia because in a lot of ways, Vanderbilt is similar to Indiana, even if they didn't reach the heights in terms of historically not very good program Evo that is doing really special things. And I think Pavia, again, he probably lifts his team up more than anybody else in terms of what's around him. But I also completely see why Mendoza win. The only real problem I have is that Jacob Rodriguez is not there, that he's not in New York. How are you going to be the best defensive player in the country? You end up winning what? The Butt Kiss, you win the Nagurski, your Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. Like in a field that featured Caleb Downs, Cassius Howell, guys like Leonard Moore. You're the best defensive player, and yet the Heisman is so offensive slanted that a running back with 1,300 yards makes it over you. It's absolutely ridiculous. And sure, Jeremiah Love should be there. That's fine, I guess. But the fact that Jacob Rodriguez is not in New York, that is the only actual Heisman crime, in my opinion.
You have to have a really strong brand to get there. You got to be like a Manti Te'o, a Tyrann Mathieu, an Ndamukong Suh type guy, I feel like at this point.
I feel like he had the story, though. He's got the mustache. He wears the cowboy hat. His wife's a Black Hawk helicopter pilot. I thought it was
true that he had more forced turnovers than most college team's entire defense?
Than a lot of teams, yes. I think you want to say he accounted for 11 or 12 turnovers. I'm going to say 4 picks, around 7 or 8 forced fumbles, well over 100 tackles. Again, if the Heisman wanted to fight against this notion that they are just an offensive quarterback award, you at least had to get Rodriguez there at the ceremony. The fact that he's not is laughable, in my opinion. Oh, and Texas Tech is awesome. Yeah. Like, the front six is the best in the country, and he's the heart and the sole reason why this team in Texas Tech, which is representative of what Brandon's talking about, the new age of college football, seems like they can win a national championship. Jake Rodriguez is the quarterback, essentially. It's crazy to me that he's not there.
When he played quarterback, though, not a great touchdown-interception ratio. You have to take that into account.
Yeah,
it's a very important statistic.
That's true.
Fernando Mendoza is blowing him out there.
As far as Jeremiah Love goes, look, Jeremiah Love's awesome. He's definitely one of the best running backs I've ever seen. And in the Notre Dame uniform, it looks really good to have a great running back like that as well. But much like Notre Dame, that Miami game.
Yeah.
Kind of the overall numbers in some form or fashion being under 1,500, but then also the Miami game.
And the A&M game.
They
didn't even use him in those two games.
11 carries for 33 yards against Miami. So he's kind of like a microcosm of Notre Dame's problems writ large.
Well, they just kind of ran out of schedule at the back end, too. Like, he really came on strong in November.
Yeah.
And then that last game being a blowout at Stanford where they didn't even need to use him really kind of hurt his momentum that he had built up over the last, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. He's a terrific player, but the lack of marquee wins and, again, starting off so slowly pretty much killed him. And being a running back, it's harder as a running back.
Yeah, even
losing to Miami in August shouldn't count. That should be a tie. That's not real football.
Because it's week 1?
Or because it's in Miami
it's
in
August, it's the summer. It just doesn't feel like a real game.
That's why, okay, well, then they should have challenged themselves on the back end of this schedule as well. And for all the talk of, like, sorry, kind of real quick, for all the talk of, like, oh, this kept Notre Dame out, it also put Miami in. Like, we always talk about, I'm not going to schedule hard games because look at what it costs me. What about all the teams? We never talk about the teams that vaults into the playoff. And so, again, Notre Dame, Texas, if you're complaining, think, well, I'm not going to schedule anymore. Good. Get out of here then, you bums. Sorry, Connor, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's a good thing that Notre Dame has full autonomy over who they schedule and when they want to schedule these games moving forward. Maybe.
Well, I mean, if you've seen their 2026 schedule, they have fixed it. It is way tougher. It's such an incredible.
Well,
wait a second.
Yeah.
No, it's awful.
Is it bad?
It's terrible.
I
they lose
A&M.
A&M. They lose A&M and basically run back everything else.
Also, isn't there something written in there, a clause, wasn't Dellinger reporting that if they finish in the top 12, they have to be in the playoff?
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah. Well, Notre Dame gets special treatment.
Yeah, but Ross Dellinger, I pretty much believe everything he says at this point. He's my guy.
Yeah, Ross is locked.
How's he your guy?
He's never been he's actually my guy.
He's not your guy either.
Wait, how's he not my guy?
He's nobody's guy.
He worked at the Advocate in Baton Rouge for years.
Okay. If you touch Baton Rouge, then he belongs to you.
No. He could be your guy because
he went to Mississippi State.
He went to Mississippi State. He comes from Clarion Ledger.
I mean, listen to DMV. He's my guy.
He also has a bobblehead.
What did y'all share him?
He has a bobblehead in his office that did kind of look like me.
Should Ross just be all of our guys?
You think he's wearing that beanie right now?
Yeah, for sure.
Can I get Ross on the weekends?
He's sipping like a
matcha.
Yeah, a matcha. He's reading a newspaper and he's wearing that beanie.
Brandon, what nights would you like Ross? I want him on Friday and Saturday.
I don't need Ross. I'm good.
You don't want him at all?
No, I have Ross at home.
You're on a break with Ross?
You know what? Okay, so he's foregone in custody of Ross. All right. Foregone conclusion, Fernando wins the Heisman.
Yeah,
I think so.
Shout out our guy Diego Pavia, though. Freaking love you,
man. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Just on the off chance, I know we're going to break. Could the regionality of voting possibly split between Sayin and Mendoza and let Pavia sneak in if the entire SEC votes as a block?
Can I answer it honestly?
Yes.
I have no idea how Heisman voting works.
Okay, cool.
Coming up next, Connor Griffins and Outs. What are we taking in next week with us? What are we leaving behind? It's all here on FS1. What's happening? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool on FS1. I love this segment every single week.
Oh, you don't?
Yes, I really do, because I love this man. Our own personal Howie Mandel. It's Connor Griffin with his Griff-Ins and Outs.
I love you too, T-Bob. Thank you very much. Ins and outs. What we saw in the past couple of days, this past weekend in sports, we want to take with us moving forward, as well as the stuff that we want to leave behind because it's not that cool. So, without further ado, my first in, spreading the word. You know, sometimes in college athletics, you need to go around campus. You need to tell the students when and where you're playing your games. USC men's basketball, they're trying to get students to come to their games. They go to the frat houses on USC's campus. They're going into these barren.
What was that house?
Completely deserted. I don't know. But they're waking these kids up, as I'm assuming they're just violently hungover after a night of partying. They're handing out donuts. They're telling them when our games are. Hey, we're playing tonight. We're playing tomorrow. If I'm a student in this scenario and I have the USC men's basketball, can we get this shot right here? This guy coming off the couch.
What is that house?
If I'm that kid, I'm going to that game, whenever it is. Whether it's tonight, the next day, I'm going to that game if USC men's basketball is seeing me in that state.
If that frat is like a national fraternity that has chapters everywhere and they see that house, that's...
Have you ever been...
What is that?
Have you ever partied at a West Coast fraternity?
No.
My sister went to Cal, so I had some experience back in the day. Much different than your Southern fraternities.
Really?
In my yes.
Everything is stately.
In my
South.
experience.
Everything
Yes.
is, pristine.
It's all mahogany and
well maintained.
Yeah, like you have the party room where maybe it's a bit. No, the West Coast is much more like what's up, bro? Much more chill.
That's crazy.
I love that shot though. I think the men's basketball account, also tweeted that picture out when it was actually game day.
Also,
like, it's game day.
It's got to be insane how much money USC's probably investing in basketball, and I bet nobody is showing up at the games.
But I love this. That's what you got to get the people involved. My first out. It's rabbits. Get the rabbits out of here. I'm out on rabbits. The Eagles.
A lot of women love rabbits.
Go on.
And men.
The Eagles implemented a positivity rabbit in their locker room before the game this past week against the Chargers. Clearly it backfired. I don't know why it's an Easter rabbit when we're in Christmas season. None of it made sense. They were trying to get the mojo up, and it just did not go well. The offense still sucked. Jalen Hurts had the worst game of his career. If I'm in that locker room, I am taking a baseball bat to that rabbit.
Well,
getting it out of here.
That would be pretty funny because a baseball bat would not puncture it.
Yeah.
So you would end up just swinging and it would wrap around the bat and then it would still pop back up and you'd look pretty foolish.
I'd want to go to town on that rabbit. Not in that way. No, not in that way. Not in that way.
Connor, bring up your Instagram For You page. I believe you.
No, I'm done with the rabbit, so I don't want to see that anymore. Anything else on the rabbit?
Real quick, let's
no.
stay here for just a second. The positivity rabbit is a wild choice in the ultra masculine sport of football, is it not?
None of it makes sense.
In the ultra competitive and hyper, focused city of Philadelphia, they don't crap on you for anything, and you do something lame like that?
Yeah. If we had won the game, I told you I would have bought that same rabbit, but we didn't, so now I have to.
I think you should be forced to buy the rabbit anyway.
No.
Is it still in the locker room?
I don't know. We haven't gotten an update on it.
Might still be there.
Killing the positivity rabbit is quite the statement going forward in the rest of the season.
I'm going dark for the rest of the season.
So, Connor, the Eagles are the defending Super Bowl champions who are in first place in the NFC East. Jalen Hurts is the defending Super Bowl MVP. He has the third highest winning percentage of amongst all active quarterbacks. Is that true?
Get some real problems.
Why do you treat him like a Trix rabbit?
No.
You guys are in the best position. Look at what I just said.
We lost 3 straight, KB.
Oh, no. The Saints are like 2-11.
Hey,
the Pelicans are like 2-20.
Speaking of the Saints right here, because my next in.
Tyler Shuck?
No.
Oh.
Former Saints quarterback, it's Jameis.
Yeah.
Jameis is so in, and it warms my heart to say, he's not going anywhere. After football, he is still going to be in the mix. He made his Fox NFL Sunday debut. Shout out Fox. Shout out that whole team. He dressed up and he marked his teeth to look like Michael Strahan with the gap in his teeth. He was also giving a pregame speech to the crew. Crushed it on television on Sunday because it was the Giants bye week. I want to see more of Jameis playing, but I also would not mind seeing this Jameis at the desk moving forward. It was electric.
Gonna have an all-time retired player podcast.
Yeah.
Gonna have an all-time retired player.
Well, I mean, it's just everything he does is just magnetic. And it does numbers.
Likable.
Yes. Remember all of his Super Bowl coverage in New Orleans? He's all around the city. Every single video is doing millions of views. It shouldn't be possible to be that good at the sport of football and that good at this part of the job as well.
Yeah. No, he crushed it. So
shout out Jameis.
Shout out Jameis. We love him. Another quarterback related in my next out. My next out is age. Age is just a number. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
It means nothing. If Brandon Walker can be atop the podcast game at 54, Phillip Rivers, he could still be in the game at 44.
It's a great point.
Just signed to the practice squad. What's the problem?
I just like to point out I'm 46 years old.
Okay.
So why aren't you playing in the NFL? You're not that much older than Phillip.
I was born in 1979. I am 46. I am still in the prime of my life.
Wait,
my apologies.
If Phillip Rivers beats the Texans the last week of the season, has Father Time been defeated?
I think so.
Up to this point, he's got a pristine record.
Well, now that you mentioned it, though, and what I've seen from the Texans defense, I am now worried they're going to kill Phillip.
Yeah, why are they? I agree. Like it is an incredible risk.
They're putting a hurting on 29-year-old quarterbacks, 26-year-old quarterbacks.
They should just throw the red jersey on him and just.
This is a little scary.
Guys, just two-hand touch.
Blow the whistle.
Yeah,
he was coaching high school football this year.
He
was hanging out with Jake Malasek.
It's true. I think his oldest kid is older than Riley Leonard, who he would be sharing a quarterback room with.
Also, let's talk about the Colts quarterback room. So Daniel Jones breaks his leg, tries to play through it, tears his Achilles. Riley Leonard comes in for 2 seconds, hurts his knee. I don't know how I missed this story. Anthony Richardson had an exercise band break and pop into his eye and fracture his orbital bone. It's insane.
It's really tough.
Why you shouldn't exercise.
That's why you got Phillip Rivers coming in. My next in.
Yeah.
That's not
So
right there.
embarrassing.
It is really embarrassing. I got to recover. Next in, it's baked goods. Baked goods are very much in because Drake May's wife, Ann, is doing this thing on her TikTok called Bakemas, where every single day of the holiday season, she is making these sweet treats. I mean, they're going dummy viral. They're getting numbies, as the kids say. I don't think a single one of these videos has under 300,000 views, and Drake May's getting the benefits of it. I think he's bringing in some leftovers for the team. She's going mega viral for Bakemas. I want to see this for every holiday. I want to see Bake-A-Ween, Bake-Giving, Bacon-Tines. I want to see it all.
I thought you were going a different direction with this. You didn't even mention, for us Gino heads out there, Gino's wife. Here at Barstool, we have a coworker, Gino, whose wife has been making incredible baked goods for the office.
Who made that? She made that pumpkin roll?
Girlfriend. She made the pumpkin roll. And for all the Gino heads out there, he teased it on Twitter. She's making chocolate chip cookies next week, guys. We are so up right now. And sugar cookies.
As long as
and sugar. How good was that pumpkin roll, dude?
That pumpkin roll was unbelievable.
It blew my mind.
One of the best pumpkin rolls we've ever had.
So moist.
Yeah. Let's start to throw in some oatmeal cookies in there, some raisin cookies in there. That'd be nice.
Okay, look.
Shut up.
I was.
Okay.
See how bad that sounds?
Okay, fine. Well, on the topic of food, it's my last out. Usually, I'm in on these, but temporarily I'm out. Championship trophies. I'm out on championship trophies because something else has taken their place.
Fan.
It's title attendees. The title attendees have taken over for championship trophies. It's nice to have a championship presentation on the field, but when you got Ebo going on the field at JMU after they win the Sun Belt, handing out chicken tenders to everybody on the team, getting the folks riled up, getting the vibes up, I want to see more of this instead of the traditional, let me hold a trophy up on stage. No, eat some chicken tenders, man.
Yes, and the players said they did DM me and say this was better than any feeling they had the whole.
Okay, I was worried about
chicken tender.
Sometimes it can feel a little awkward on the post-game celebration. I am intruding, but I guess chicken tenders are a nice way to kind of bridge that gap. The one question I had, a porcelain plate, not a paper plate.
Yeah.
Where did you just hold it for the rest of the night?
The story of how the tenders get to the field is a little crazy. And you think, oh, okay, well, he had the foresight just to take tenders down there to feed the players. Tell him, Evo.
I was in the athletic director's suite.
Sure.
And shout out Matt Rohn. He's the guy. I had made a plate of chicken tenders at the end of the game, and they essentially said, rush us down the field. Like, you want to be a part of the celebration? And so I was like, yeah. So I still had the plate, and I ran down the field with the plate. And I was like, you know what? I don't need these anymore. So I started handing them out.
But let's just go back. That means because this happened late.
4 flights of stairs.
Late in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
That means right as your team's about to win about to go to the playoff.
Yeah.
And win a conference title with 2 minutes left, you're like, I still got time to get 4
Well, you know how it is.
That's a sweet life. That's a sweet life, dude.
Yeah.
You're not really locked into the game.
I just finished my mac and cheese bites, so.
I really wanted to get chicken tenders for the show, but getting chicken tenders at 5:30 in the morning was
How did So your instinct, though, wasn't to just drop the tendies?
No.
He took the porcelain plate down to the field. What'd you do with the plate?
To carry it around all night. That's what I'm saying.
It was disposable. It was.
It's made to look like it's something.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, that does change the dynamics a bit to me.
Yes.
All right, Connor, another excellent edition
It was all right.
of Griff-Ins and Outs. I hope everybody is now prepared for the week that will be. Coming up next, I still want to get to Utah and private equity invading college football. Maybe we'll do that next. For sure, though, next, we're going to do an Ebo teensy tiny baseball segment as we have some moves being made in the offseason, setting the stage
Why'd you have to do the voice?
for the next year. Because he's teensy tiny. He's so tiny, looking so cute. So cute. A lot of important championship window talk here, guys. We have to work through this a bit later.
Because you guys are stupid. You think the window exists and you're trying to get outside the house?
I
trying to get in the house.
In my head, I always
in the Super Bowl house.
In my head, I always framed it as getting out the house. But maybe
What do you
you're
do
right.
once you get outside?
I thought it was like maybe you were trapped, and then there's like grass and the sun.
Yeah.
If you're in the house, how could you be? You could always walk
trapped in the
outside,
house.
walk through a door.
But there's no championship
Well, there's
door.
no championship door. It's championship
No
window.
championship door, but so you're trying to get in the house.
And
When the window's open, it's inviting you in.
Yeah, but the way it's inviting you in is what's outside, the wonder of the world.
KB, do you think is a championship window? Is it about the size of the window, or is it about whether the window is open or closed?
So what is going on? Like, the Eagles are the champions.
Well, we're saying there's
No one has had a better past decade than Eagles fans.
Agreed.
And the combination of Eagles and Penn State are the best two teams you can root for. No other team has seen a Super Bowl and a college football playoff win in the last 10 years. No other fan base.
It's probably true.
Name
Well,
one other.
now-
Kansas City, yeah,
hold
because
on.
most Chiefs fans would be
Missouri?
Mizzou fans.
Ohio State has won a national title, and then if you live in Ohio, Cincinnati went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you went to the
no.
Super Bowl. That's fair.
The best combination of teams you can root for.
I'm not saying like woe is me. or
Okay,
anything
hold
like
on.
that. I'm just saying there's a
saying
window.
your
We're
body
debating
says
how
that.
long the window is or whatever. And if
not
the,
about
and if-
long,
and if
it's
the
not
Eagles
about
are
length,
ruining it.
it's
Windows can't be long.
Get out of here, Connor. All right, it's time.
How are
we
you-
have some free agency? We have some
Your
free-
standards for dinner is a gas station, but you
Yes, I know that.
need your teams to win championships every year?
I don't need them to win championships.
You are the luckiest
I
fan
need
in
them
the
to
world.
look competent. They don't look competent right now.
Spoiled. You're spoiled.
Also-
Bob.
And a gas
Also-
station dinner is very competent.
Kyle, the Phillies have been to the World Series. Like everything,
We are not even talking about the other sports.
everything's coming up, Connor.
I'm not.
There are people who are Jets and Rutgers fans.
Yeah, think about them, Connor.
I'm not complaining that we're not winning Super Bowls or we're not winning championships. Sometimes just the product isn't where it needs to be given the talent. That's all I'm saying.
I'm a Jets and Rutgers fan. I haven't seen
But you
8
don't-
wins out of either team in
You
the
don't
past
have
decade.
the talent, KB. That's the difference.
But that's worse.
How lucky
Correct.
are you to have the talent?
If you have the talent, you need to make something out of it. If you don't,
They won the Super Bowl.
yes,
Okay,
correct.
yeah,
And
stop,
right now,
stop,
they're not
stop.
doing it.
We're not talking to Connor anymore. Connor, you're not allowed to talk for 2 minutes.
We
There
have
are
the Saints
Browns and
Get in
Penn
the
State
penalty box.
fans.
Get him in the penalty box. All right, because we need to give Ebo time for his teeny tiny baseball segment, guys.
I would be fine.
So now it is.
We have 2 minutes.
Ebo's teeny tiny baseball segment.
Sum up
What's going
baseball.
on?
Sorry.
Scott Boras loves his metaphors, his
Puns.
and congratulations to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Can I say that?
I guess.
On a masterful
You got to dumb it
PR,
down more. You got to tell us why.
PR leaks, because there's these reports that keep coming out that the Pirates offered somebody X amount of money, but they just didn't get to the finish line. It shows that the Pirates are trying. Congratulations to the Pirates.
Oh,
So
I do
when
kind of like
somebody-
that. It's a little fake because
Yeah.
the Pirates don't want to invest any money in
Yeah,
it.
so there are these reports coming out that the Pirates are in on X player or they're competing and offering X
Yeah.
player, but it's really just show that they're trying.
So they just want to show effort without actually having to spend money.
correct.
Connor's Phillies paid Schwarber a bunch of money.
Yeah,
good
that
move.
sucks because the Orioles were
great
on the
move.
other side of that. Equal offer, 5 years, 150.
Had a historic year last year.
He would have
Oh,
won the MVP if Shohei Ohtani didn't exist.
Oh, the Dodgers got Edwin Diaz. That's
Yeah.
The Dodgers.
yeah, good for the Dodgers.
They
Yeah.
really needed a break. Their bullpen was really, really bad last year, so this might sure it up.
What do you expect to happen next, Ebo? Any other big impending moves on the horizon?
I think a lot of the Boras guys will get moved in the next couple weeks, obviously, and then I think there's going to be a lot of trades. I think
the
stove is hot this
week.
week.
Give us like a name and a team.
I think Mackenzie Gore will be on the move within the next week.
Well,
bigger name.
Zach Gallen. We thought somebody thought he was going to the Cubs.
Yeah.
And now we're still waiting.
Well, the tweet always said that the Cubs were hopeful to sign him to a long-term extension.
Sure. Always said that.
Reported by Bob Nightingale, who notoriously correct.
Mm-hmm.
But.
All right, guys, there it is. A teensy tiny baseball segment to end the hour. We got Jon Sumrall coming up next hour. Next segment, in fact, don't go anywhere. The man with 2 jobs, 2 phones, and 1 playoff appearance next here on FS1. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. One away to start hour number 2 as we have a man who is busier than it should be possible to be busy. And yet he still makes time to come on WUB. That's how you get in our good graces, Coach. That's how you get Brandon Walker to talk good about you on his podcast and everything. That's Coach Jon Sumrall. Coach, what's happening, man? How we doing today?
I'm great. Yeah, the only reason I came on is so Brandon I'd be in his good graces. That was it.
Smart. It's a heady play, Coach. Although Brandon is a bit of a hoarder and a mantiquer, and so I think you're getting dinged a little bit for the empty shelves behind you.
Yeah, look, I'm a hoarder too. It's just not on the shelves. It's other places. I got to get some decorations. Obviously, bare bookshelves right now.
What is in the lone metallic gift bag behind you? What could possibly be the one thing that made it?
Yeah, I got a gift. This is from Savannah Bailey. She runs our Gator Made program, which is like our life skills deal. And I got a really sweet.
Oh, man. Yeah, okay.
That's great for game day.
That's a good tie, dude.
That's a hell of a tie.
I don't wear ties very often, but I'm sure I'll have to wear that one at some point.
So for those that may be unaware, uninitiated here, we got a large audience. Coach Sumrall is a man who, he's been incredible as head coach in 4 years with 2 different programs. Every single year, his team has at least made the conference championship. His Tulane Green Wave just won the American conference, arguably better even than the ACC. They are the first Louisiana team to make the 12-team playoff. Ha! LSU. And now he is the Florida Gators head coach. How in the world are you managing getting ready for the playoffs with the Tulane Green Wave and also splitting time in Gainesville, preparing for Florida for the offseason, for next season? How are you managing to try to fit this all in?
Yeah, not a lot of sleep. I'm putting together staff here. Got a great staff still back in New Orleans working on game prep. We're treating this week back at Tulane kind of like a bye week. Our guys are in finals this week. Mm-hmm. So really not a whole, like it's lifting and meetings and stuff, but we're really starting full game prep on the back end of this week because the guys are in finals. And so letting them dedicate their time to making sure they finish well in school. And then to your point at the start of what you just said, we beat the ACC champs. So we're actually the American champs and the ACC champs.
Oh, that's true. I forgot. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Coach, Brandon Walker, the #1 college football media personality in the entire galaxy. I have a 2-part question. Number one, and I'll let you answer it before I ask the second part, but the first part of the question is, Ben Mintz works here at Barstool Sports, Mincy, and he's famously been to your house, and he's been a huge supporter of you, and he was telling everybody that he was going to make sure you were the new Ole Miss coach, and you've got this incredible opportunity at Florida. But is there anything you want to say to Mintz right now, maybe an apology or anything like that?
First off, I love your humility on your role in college sports. Yep. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And then secondly, I love Mincy. I love Widespread Panic. And I love the Florida Gators. That's what I'll tell you.
All right. Now let's talk Tulane football. Let's talk because we can talk about Florida in a minute. You've got a great opportunity down there. It's a great job. But Tulane has an opportunity now to play a team that already beat them in the regular season. You guys went up to Oxford. I believe that might have been when we talked to you the first time this year.
Yep.
Going into that game,
it was.
You guys knew you had a big opportunity.
Oh shit! I got to go then.
Yeah, I know. No, Coach. The Wake Up Barstool curse is officially broken. We had Joey McGuire on last week. Chesney had a big win afterwards. So don't worry, you're good.
All right, good.
You're good.
Good.
But, Coach, you guys have played this team already before. Now you're getting ready to play them again in the biggest spot of the season. That's kind of a unique thing, doing a rematch here in the playoff. Is that, you think that works in your favor? But how do you approach this as far as a team that already got you once, but now you get another shot at them?
Yeah, we're a very different team. That was game 4. Jake Retzlaff, our quarterback, was still figuring out his teammates, who he's throwing the ball to, rhythm and timing the throw game. Ole Miss played really good that day. We played about as bad as we could play. We need to make it a better game this time. We've learned a lot since then. We've grown a lot since then as a team.
Yeah, and I mean, look, Ole Miss doesn't have their head coach, which maybe could end up affecting things. Coach Sumrall, I want to ask you about this. The roster turnover that you dealt with at Tulane was borderline absurd this last season, and yet here you sit with an even better year, kind of against all the odds. But that's all to set up this idea. How did the players react to the news that you were going to take another job? Were they more understanding because we live in this era where players do a lot of those same things to benefit themselves? What was the reaction like from your team?
Yeah, our guys have been awesome. I think the player movement makes it more normalized, if you will. They understand what we go through as coaches now because they go through it as players. And then when I shared with them what I was going to be doing, I explained to them, this is about 2026. I'm going to be the head coach of Florida in 2026, not Tulane. I said, I'd love to finish 2025 the right way as head coach of Tulane if y'all allow me to do that. And the guys were great, man. They're like, you're our coach. We want to finish this thing with you. Let's ride. Let's go. And so they've been freaking unbelievable. This team, I tell them all the time, good teams can be coach-led. Great teams have to be player-led. And at the beginning of the season, our team was a coach-led team, like truthfully. About middle of the year, I felt the shift, and our players started taking more ownership and accountability of the team. That's why we are where we are. And we got great player leadership, and we're now a player-led team.
Coach, let's talk about Florida. Because let's be honest, you had opportunities, like you were one of the hottest names in the coaching market. You could have gone to a lot of places. A lot of places would have been happy to have you. You chose to go to Gainesville, Florida, to a program that's won, 3 national titles in the last 30 years, something like that. It's a place that has the pedigree and has proven that they can win at the highest level of college football. And now you are there to bring them back to that. Why Florida?
Well, to your point, they've had great success in their history, 96, 06, 08, national champions. This place is passionate about football. They're fiery. It matches my personality. And, man, I just thought as I went through the process, it's been a little while. It's been 08 since we've had a championship here. But I believe it can be done. And I think a lot of what I'm about is what's needed here. And that's toughness, accountability, grit, playing with a chip on your shoulder. We're at the University of Florida. We can get unbelievable players here. If you match great talent with great discipline and toughness, watch out.
Coach, what about roster evaluation nowadays? Now, I'm sure you have a GM that you trust and you put in NFL-like systems in place, but specifically when you go to a program like Florida and you're looking at it and you have a guy like DJ Lagway, right? Like, what does that process look like on a player-to-player basis? But specifically with Lagway, like, where does he rank on keeping him, maybe valuing, looking somewhere else? What does that look like?
Well, you just have to have open, honest conversations with everybody, and no matter who it is. And so, as we work through those conversations, some guys will stay, some guys. You're not going to be 100% retention. I'm not going to be specific publicly on each guy, but some guys may want to look elsewhere. Some guys may want to stay. It's just the world we live in. And so we've got to do what's best for the University of Florida. We got a lot of good players here. We need to keep a lot of them. There will be a guy or two probably move on. It's going to stink at some points. We're going to work our tail off to make sure we got this roster right. Dave Caldwell's our GM. He's got NFL experience as the GM of the Jags and as an executive with the Philadelphia Eagles. We're gonna put together an elite roster here at the University of Florida.
And then how do the conversations work from the Tulane side? If there's guys that you think would be a fit at Florida, are those conversations that you have had as of yet, or does that wait, or how's that work?
Yeah, I've told the team at Tulane I will not talk to them about going in the portal at all.
Okay.
If any guy goes in the portal and they're good enough to play here, then I'll recruit them. But I'll have zero conversation. I didn't steal one commit from Tulane to Florida.
Yeah.
We signed 14 dudes at Tulane last week with no head coach in place for 2026. We signed 18 guys here at Florida. I flipped zero commitments to Florida. If we got a player on our roster at Tulane that goes in the portal that's good enough to play here, I'm going to call him.
Yeah.
But I will recruit zero of them to go into the portal.
See, that's refreshing. See, I like that.
I agree.
That's just doing business the right way.
Yeah.
Coach Will Hall, will be Tulane's head coach 2026 and beyond. Is there some continuity there? Just tell me about him and why you think he was the guy.
Yeah, I love Will, man. He was a great addition for me when he became available last year. He's been a head coach. He's had some success. Maybe he had some bumps at the end of his time at Southern Miss. Learned from him, I think. Love Will to death, man. He's going to do a phenomenal job. He's a great leader.
Coach, we've had some big-time discussions on this show about football and the playoff and worthiness and everything, but the discussion that's tearing this show apart today is about raisins.
Yeah.
And are they the worst part of trail mix? Do you enjoy raisins? What are your thoughts?
I don't think about raisins a whole lot.
God! Well, I mean,
probably the right answer.
No, dude, they're great.
Wait, are we idiots?
They're nature's candy, Coach. They're very sweet. They got a gummy-like texture.
This man.
They don't go bad.
He's coaching 2 teams. He's doing the most work of anybody, and I'm asking him about raisins.
He has 4 children
that
he doesn't think about them.
When I start my day or I get ready to go to bed, I don't go like, do I like raisins?
Okay, but you have 4 kids. I'm sure they like raisins.
I never see them.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's honest.
Let's get him on in the offseason to talk about raisins.
Yeah, look, since we're here, we're having open and honest dialogue. Being a family man, right, with that big of a family, and then having 2 jobs that are commanding 22 hours of each and every day, and moving the family at Christmas to Gainesville, how's that all work?
Well, let's start with we're not moving the family at Christmas. We're going to move the family after Mardi Gras.
Okay.
All right. So,
that's smart.
Smart man. Heady play.
Yeah, that's non-negotiable. It's a lot, man. My wife, she's the rock star at my house. Like, I'm the head football coach of the team. She's the head coach of everything else. My kids have been great. They're excited, but we're also excited about finishing the job at Tulane, man. And I've been very blessed with a great family, and my wife, man, she's unbelievable.
I know you said this was a bye week kind of for your players. They got finals and everything, but you're soon going to lock in on Ole Miss and everything. What does that preparation look like? Like next week, it's going to be all Tulane going forward until you get to that game and see whatever happens, right?
Yeah, so I'll get back to New Orleans tomorrow. The players have been doing position meetings and lifting this week. And then Saturday morning, we'll do a full-on game prep week starting Saturday. So we'll be a week out from the game. I'm a big believer in treating it like a normal game week, not like going crazy over the top and adding a bunch of days to the prep, because I think your players can't lock in for that long. They can't lock into a game for 12, 13, 14 days. They need 7, 8 days to really lock in on the game. And the coaches have already gotten all the work done on video. I mean, they've been grinding. I've been on the phone with my coordinators back in New Orleans a lot about some things we need to tweak and adjust. But we'll give it a full week, and Saturday morning will be legitimate practice 1.
Coach, last one here, and then we'll let you go. When you are preparing for a matchup like this, it's an odd situation. Lane Kiffin not going to be there. His offensive assistants will. Does that change your preparation at all? Or does that come into the equation in any form?
Yeah, both coordinators are still in place. Like Pete's going to call the defense there. Charlie's going to call the offense. I'm actually going to call Lane and see if he wants to come be a consultant for Tulane.
Love it.
If the money's right, he might. He might.
He really might. Hey, Coach, cannot thank you enough, man. Again, congratulations on really just an incredible run as a head coach thus far, but culminating in this AAC championship, the playoff game, now going to Florida. I think the Gators got a very good one. Thank you so much, Coach, and you very happy holidays, man.
Thank y'all. Appreciate you having me on. Roll Wave and go Gators.
There we go. Roll Wave and go Gators. Funny sentence.
Why'd you let me ask him about raisins?
You really, I mean, you took Jeremy's
I did.
suggestion there and jumped into it.
I asked him about raisins.
Even though, I mean, I don't think about raisins.
But I got to send him some trinkets. I got to send him some bobbleheads. I got plenty that don't make the shelves at my house. I got to send that man some stuff.
You're not going to do that.
I might.
Yeah.
He's not going to put them up, but I might.
No, I don't think I don't think you want to separate with any of your stuff.
You don't think I want to, you think I'm hoarding.
You can't let go.
More Wake Up Barstool
I might.
next. I might, yeah. Stu Feiner next. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool on FS1. It's Wednesday, and that means, guys, it's time for the finer things. You see him right there, one of my favorite people on the planet. Let's go. Ready to roll. The source himself, Stu Feiner, here in studio. More like Stu Tyner, because during the commercial break, there was a lot of discussion about the link to Stu's tie.
A little long.
Time's a little long.
Yeah.
Little long. I made this not a little tight, little long. Shout out, I got to be 6'5", and I'm only 5'4" 3/4, baby.
Okay,
if I was 2 inches shorter, I'd be perfectly round.
For the shot here, can you uncross your legs just for a second? So we can see the link.
Down to my knee! Covering my pee-pee!
Yeah. Does your tie hang low?
pee-pee!
Does it wobble to and fro?
Longer than a Monday, Stu. It's like a finish line.
I love it. All right, first of all, let's get this out of the way. Let's get the pitch out of the way. Right now, you need something to buy Christmas. Here it is, the Boss and the Sauce shirt at the Barstool store. Book it now. Now, where is our Wake Up Barstool merch? I can't wait to wear it. But right now, you're going to buy this on the Barstool store. Dave Portnoy is probably number 5 in the greatest Jewish human ever. My list goes Moses, Jesus, Einstein, Freud, Portnoy. Greatest Jew that ever existed.
I'd put Portnoy ahead
coming
of
in
Freud.
at 4.
Yeah.
What?
I'd put Portnoy ahead of Freud.
You put Portnoy ahead of Freud?
Yeah.
Was Freud really that good, or was?
What do you mean? Modern psychology.
He was psychologizing his plumbers.
I just feel like he wanted to. I just feel like everything was like you want to bang your mom.
No, I mean there is an Oedipus complex.
That's reductive. That's reductive.
Is that
exactly?
reductive?
No, absolutely not. He was a genius.
Yes.
You know, he saved a lot of people's lives.
Okay, that's fair. I apologize.
The relationship with a man and their mother, a woman with their father, is everything.
What about? What are we gonna do with Sandy Koufax?
He had a very short career.
All right, fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? Portnoy's career spanned from 2003 until now. Koufax was only phenomenal, really. He was a bum 5 of the 10 years he played, and he was the best ever for 5 of the 10 years. Shout out Sandy Koufax. Would not play on Yom Kippur, but pitched a shutout in Game 7.
You did have, you're kind of spanning. So Moses, that's your old school. We got Jesus kind of there in the middle, and then we jump to the modern day. Are there no medieval Jews to speak of that would have made the list?
What are we doing?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, yeah.
You know.
Renaissance Jews stock is down bad right now. But happy Hanukkah and happy holidays to all those who celebrate. Stu, what's real quick on the outfit? I do love the color synergy here.
You love it?
Between the socks, the pocket square, and a tie that sort of does a color changing effect. You look beautiful. You look stunning.
Thank you. I try. I'm out working with a lot, so what you see is what you get.
How's the weekend? How you feeling?
Phenomenal. First of all, coming into today, going for my 7th straight winning day in a row, on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Let's address old business. Last week I had Alabama over Georgia.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, but come Saturday, Alabama was even with Indiana. So both of them canceled out. Sharps came in heavy on Alabama, lost, heavy on Indiana, won. But their number one play was Duke over Virginia, which was a phenomenal game.
Wow.
Never should have gone to overtime, went to overtime, and we won. So they won big there. So it was a phenomenal week. Started off with my game of the year with the Lions, and then we rolled from there. So I'm very happy. Packers on Sunday, parlay with the Chargers and the under Monday night, which arguably was one of the greatest Monday night games I've ever seen in my life. I mean, sloppy.
In a bad way, yeah.
Turnovers.
Yeah.
In a bad way, but, if you cover, you cover. And it was impossible to cover that game.
You couldn't look away from that game. It was not well played.
No,
Way
it's
too
like
chaotic,
a train wreck.
yeah.
Exactly. Unbelievable.
Stu, earlier in the year, we've also talked about how maybe the Sharps are feeling it's Ohio State and then everybody else. Does losing the Big Ten championship change that, or is it still Ohio State and then everybody else from a gambling perspective?
Indiana played a perfect game. Their quarterback played a perfect game. Their head coach is extremely smart.
Yeah.
It was a great scheme. And look, Ohio State made one mistake. They missed the field goal. Otherwise, we're going into overtime and anything can happen.
Yeah.
I think they'll meet again. And I still think they're the team to beat.
And then what about, so you mentioned the Georgia-Alabama game, and like you said, I mean, the Sharps are all over it. Everybody hammering Bama.
Public won the first 2 games that were at 12 o'clock. I think that was Texas Tech and Western Michigan. And then they won the 3rd game, and they lost both night games. They got murdered.
Yeah.
They lost Indiana, and they also lost, what was the other game? I just
Duke, Virginia.
Right. They hammered Virginia like the game was fixed, and it wasn't.
Yeah, and well, I guess my only question on Alabama, Georgia, because me and Brandon talked about this on Roughness, like sometimes you use the benefit of hindsight, and you're like, oh, they're so clear now, like, Kirby didn't have a Bama problem. He had a Nick Saban problem. And Alabama has been playing well. Ty Simpson's been struggling. Like, do we know what the foundations of the Sharps' belief was built on? Like why they were hammering Alabama so hard? Or does that not come into the analysis?
I think it was just such a public play also.
So it's just that
like
simple.
For example, as I spoke about last week, as we spoke about, even though we both liked Alabama, Georgia is the better team. Georgia played much better all year, except for the game where Simpson went in there and beat him. But Alabama's QB played like trash. Mm-hmm. That was one of his worst games I've ever seen. And I don't think the head coach of Alabama coached a good game either. I think he panicked. Mm-hmm. I think they could have taken more chances. I don't like, them. When you saw that he wasn't having a good game, the QB, why keep throwing the ball? You have to run little screen plays, little plays over the middle, little misdirection. It was just plain and simple. It was so vanilla, and it really made it easy on Georgia.
Yeah, -3 rush yards for Alabama in that game, guys.
Come on.
Even if you take out the sacks, 20 yards.
Come on.
20 yards of the ground.
That was embarrassing.
It's kind of insane, but that's a bit who Alabama's been. They're a passing team this year. Anyway, so championship week in the books. Stu, what are we chewing on this week? What are our plays? What should we be looking at?
Well, I mean, everybody and their mother, including the Sharps, are going under in Army-Navy, like it always does. I mean, that game goes under every single year. I mean, it's gone, 19-1, I think. And they're all over Navy. All over them like the game has been played already. The bowl game right now, the Washington-Boise State game, which I think is going to be a great game. That's a great game to start. Normally, there's no bowl game on the Army-Navy, so you get that Saturday night. Great. They're betting Washington as if Boise State's not going to show up. It's a lot of points here. I think there's going to be value with Boise State. In the pros, we've got a lot of action here. Can I rattle them off?
Rattle them off.
Okay.
Rattle away, Stu.
Let's go Monday night. They're all over the Steelers, the public. I think they're going to get rocked here. I think the Dolphins +3 is a very, very good, interesting side right now. I like the Packers laying 2.5 in the Broncos. Broncos right now, best record in the NFL with the Patriots. How are they a 2.5-point dog? So I think they're showing you the Packers are a better side here. Everybody's betting the Lions. They have 3 extra days rest. going into the Rams. They're getting a monster 5.5. I think the Rams are just the play here also. And then I love the Chicago Bears, minus the 7.5 against the Browns. It's a big number, but I think that, they're going to shut the Browns out. I think this is a route. They'll come right back from the Green Bay Packer loss. Bears are live. Like when we cut last week to the Barstool Sports Advisor show, we went back to week 1, where it was me, Dave, Big Cat, and I said the Bears were going to win 11 to 13 games and make the playoffs.
Wow.
And people looked at me like I had 2 heads. They wanted to throw me off the show. I'm right. I'm so right. Had the Packers last week as my number 1 play. So I am the Bears whisperer.
So as far as the Browns go, does the emergence of Shadur change any of the dynamics here? Because he's still
playing
kind of
against the worst team. What did he play against? The Titans, the worst team in the NFL? I mean, he has played rock solid for his preparation. How many times he's been undersnapped with the first team. I think he will be a good quarterback. Bad spot for him here. Super bad.
And then a couple of plays that I noticed in there, kind of is this fair logic where it's like, God, this number feels so crazy that it's almost like you have to play the side of it that feels bad?
Correct. They're sucking you in.
Interesting.
No 2 ways about it. And I just want to say, anything I do in life, I think of KB.
Yeah,
because men want to really be KB. Women want to be with KB. He looks like he's 20 years old, and he has a perfect body.
Yeah.
He dresses just anything he wears, he looks great. So when I went to the deli, Italian deli on Friday.
Makes sense.
What I did is I said, what would KB get? And I said, I don't know. So what I wanted was a 2-foot.
So that was all pointless.
Yep. Good introduction.
I like to bring him
Next
into
point.
the show because I would kill everybody in this office right now to have his body.
Sure.
He's so adorable, such a kind, unique individual, and so smart. I really want to be him. He's my prototype.
But he has nothing to actually do with the daily story.
No, well, I brought him in.
But he thought about
he's
it.
sitting there in the corner. No one said hello to him. I want to bring him in.
Well, and he did think about KB, Brandon, when he was ordering.
But again, and it's good that you involve Kyle. We always love that. But he has nothing to do with this daily story.
No, he does. He thought about him at the deli, at the counter. He said, what would KB order?
When was the last time you went to a deli counter, KB?
I was at Taglio Pizza in Massapequa the other day, and I thought about you.
Why didn't you come see me?
Were you there?
My house is 10 minutes away from there.
I didn't even know that. We have to get together.
Come on, hug it out with me.
Hug it out.
Share. Well, you've been to my house before.
We'll get a little violent.
No. Listen, I'm 198 and a half. I'm not.
When was
any
the cutoff?
violence we get is me hitting you with a bat and I go to jail. It's not happening
I'd
right
mince
now.
you like mortadella.
Well, so let me tell you this order. Can I back up this order? Because I gained 3 pounds. When I weigh in Monday, gained 3 pounds. Okay. I had a semolina with seeds, 2-foot, ham, Swiss, lettuce, tomato, mayo. I got 2 quarts of pasta salad with tomato and mozzarella, okay? Then I went a pint of green olives in water, a pint of sun-dried tomatoes, and then I went a pint of artichoke hearts. Then I went my eggplant rollatini, and I banged everything out. And at like 2 in the morning, I'm pooping on the toilet.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself,
What
I
I
need
do?
mental help. I have to go back to Overeaters Anonymous. I think I'm going to get a sponsor. I'm going to do 90 meetings in 90 days. I'm going to read the big book. I'm going to be on my knees praying to God because 198 and a half is too heavy for me. It
Okay,
really
wait.
is.
So for the ignorant, myself chief among them, what is a seminola? It's a type of sandwich.
It's a bread. It's a crusty Italian bread. Seminella and it's seeded with like a sesame seed on it, and it's crusty on the outside, but the bread inside is just, it's so soft and so warm and so loving. It's like you're hugging your mother with your face on your mother's bosom.
And then the mozzarella just really.
It's a fresh mozzarella.
But
so good.
And you put it in the pasta salad, or how's that?
Yes, yes, it's in the pasta salad with the tomato. Yes, Brandon.
What are your thoughts about raisins?
I love Raisin Bran, but it makes me poop a lot. So in other words,
High fiber.
So in other words, I love raisins.
Thank you, Stu. Thank you, Stu.
I love raisins in my cookies.
Yep.
I love like an oatmeal raisin cookie. Crunchy to me is better than a chocolate chip cookie.
Okay, well, let's not. Let's.
I love raisins.
Let's not get crazy.
But the raisin puts it over the top. I love raisins.
That's silly.
It's sweet. It's sugary. I'm a diabetic, so I'm not supposed to eat them, but I love raisins. Shout out raisins.
The production.
Shout out California raisins.
Are there other raisins?
I'm
sure there are raisins all over the world.
Yeah.
In America, though, do we mainly buy California raisins? I feel like KB might.
Well, those are the raisins that used to dance and stuff. You saw the California raisins.
Yes, no. Yes, the ad campaign.
35-year-old reference that nobody in here gets.
No, I like the ad campaign. I remember they had the sunglasses on, and did they used to play did they play instruments?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They were rocking.
Cool.
Played some Marvin Gaye, some Ray Charles.
But does California have a U.S. raisin monopoly, guys? Can we look that up?
You would think so.
do.
Oh, wow, they do.
Before we make all the
There's a
wine.
Raisin City in California, name of a town.
Brandon, would you like to apologize to Raisin City, California?
Absolutely not.
I don't smoke marijuana anymore.
All right.
Yeah.
It's only been like 33 days, so it's not like it's been decades. But
But it's been 33
when I
days.
smoke marijuana, I eat raisins.
It's a good snack.
I love raisins.
It's
I
China.
love raisins with my almonds, raisins with my cereal, raisins with my Captain Crunch. I love it.
Yes.
When I was a kid, raisins right in the Captain
Again,
Crunch.
that's actually a good call, Stu. I didn't consider that because for me, it's the texture of raisins. Captain Crunch, I love that texture too, but they're so at odds with one another that it actually forms quite a nice union there.
Yes, it's super sweet and crunchy.
I'm going to try that out.
Shout out raisins.
Were you talking about Chinese raisins here? Kate?
Yeah, you just gotta assume that China's doing it too. It's the China constant, and they are. Turkey, Iran, China, and Greece.
Are supplying the U.S. with raisins?
No, they're supplying the
Or is that
Those are
Europe
top
or the rest of the
global
world?
producers. Yeah, probably not the U.S.
So has the U.S. actually managed to hold off the advance of China specifically when it comes to raisins? And what can we learn where we could maybe apply that to other facets of life?
What are we doing?
Could we stop the Chinese economic land grab that is currently going on not just in this country but around the world if we would take notes from the big raisin here in the
Take a page
States?
from the raisin book. Yep.
It's a good idea.
I like that.
Raisin Cane!
That's right. Raisin Cane. Zuh. Shout out Todd Graves. Thank you for Lane Kiffin, as well as all the other rich Louisiana people. Check that out. Get two guys. Watch Mostly Sports every single day. There it is. Stu,
Yes.
what's the plans for this weekend?
We're going to do Barstool Sports Advisors early today at 9:15 Eastern.
Oh, wow.
Then I'm going to go to breakfast. Me and Brandon bond at breakfast.
Yeah, we have breakfast every
2 weeks ago, Brandon treated me for breakfast, very classy. Last week, I treated for his breakfast, very classy. And it's up for grabs
But
this
you're
week.
not going to be there this week?
I don't think so because I have to study for Barstool Sports Advisors. But if we leave right after the show, I could get there early, order what you want if you want to tell me.
Did you say 9:15 Eastern?
Yeah.
I think that already happened.
Yeah.
Oh, 9:15 Central. 10.
Okay.
So
that-
sorry.
okay.
I get my Central and Mountain and Pacific.
Guess what?
Stu, wait. How about what live event Lisa did with the studio, Stu? Doesn't it look beautiful in here?
Absolutely, Brett.
Are you?
Always does.
Do you celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas?
No, I'm married Irish Catholic, so I'm not a Jew. I celebrate
Okay.
Christmas only.
So you
Shout out Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior.
Shout out to Jesus.
Shout out Jesus.
Although I was bar mitzvahed. My first two lines are my Haftorah, by the way. Vatasha divara uvarak ben avinoam bayom hahu lemor bifroa b'Yisrael b'hu anadev Adonai acha.
Beautiful language.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Was it your bar mitzvah or your brother's bar mitzvah where you put out the tweet?
My brother's bar mitzvah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes,
Okay.
my brother's bar. My famous picture with me and my mommy, and we can't say what happened there, but it got like 39 million views. So check it out.
I've still never been to a bar mitzvah. It's one of my great regrets in life. I'll put out the call again, guys. If you know of a young Jewish boy that would like to invite me to his bar mitzvah,
What the
please
hell
get
are
in
we
touch with
doing?
me. I want to go to a bar mitzvah. I also want to do some Hanukkah celebrations I've never done before. I want to expand my horizons, and I want to stop Chinese economic expansion.
There were no Jews in Louisiana, right? None.
No.
Zero.
New Orleans. New Orleans has some. Tulane has some.
Couple.
And that's why it's very appropriate. Tulane's quarterback, Jake Retzloff, Jewish.
Shout out.
Came from BYU.
Gotta love that.
What are the chances? All right, guys, he's the source.
I love you. God bless you. May God be with you. Have a great holiday season.
We got Hannah Montoya's Football Fast Report coming up next here on Wake Up Barstool. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Happy holidays, guys. Oh, wow, I just alfalfa'd my hair right at the start there, didn't I? Right now, it is time. We do it every Wednesday. We're very excited for a Hannah Montoya football fashion report.
Woo.
Hannah, what's up, girl? How we doing today?
I'm so stoked to be here right now. This is so awesome. And it's so festive in here and adorable.
I did adorable. Live event, at least, it absolutely murdered the vibes. No.
Like crushed?
Crushed the vibes. Did a very good thing. It's very nice in here.
Just put a reindeer in here. Yeah.
Oh.
Extremely festive.
Extremely festive.
Who's the best reindeer outside of Rudolph?
Probably Comet.
No.
Blitzer.
Probably Dasher.
Where the hell is the picture?
Blitzin.
It's absolutely
It's back there,
Blitzin.
Brandon.
Where's
back
Bradley
there.
Cooper?
What Spags
there.
wants to do.
All right, give me Bradley Cooper. I gotta. Thanks.
Oh yeah, that's live event Lisa's
Just for
dog.
comfort.
Yeah, Lisa, we need a bigger picture of Bradley.
Multiple.
All right, Hannah, what's on the docket today?
Okay, first we have to start out with our in-house fashion. Stu, what do we got going on here? What do we got?
Stu a double plug.
How you doing?
We giving Stu a double plug on the
Hey, a double plug. This is amazing.
Now I need you guys to
I don't have as much money as Brandon Walker, so I need the plug.
Okay.
On the Barstool store.
Into your house.
On the Barstool store.
Giving it a 10.
9 out of 10.
Ooh.
9.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a 6 now.
why would you give it a 9?
What?
What needs
Because is Dave on that show anymore? I don't know. I don't know.
Point off.
Stu, can you
Why are your
unbutton?
thumbs
Yes,
so
sir.
big on that shirt?
Yes, sir. Why or what?
Your thumbs are so big on the shirt.
They do look awesome.
Well, you know what they say about big thumbs.
Yeah, it's fair. All right, what do we got
let me
next?
into
Hannah?
it. Right.
That was
Shout
like-
out. Let's
There we go. Shout out.
Let's go. Okay.
All right, Stu, back to the bar stool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Get out of there, Stu.
All right, now we're gonna
Sorry
go.
for being a
Gonna get
piggy.
into it.
Don't want to be a piggy wiggy.
Okay, now we're gonna shout out the fans, okay? This is a double whammy. Obviously, we're not gonna talk about the regular outfits. They're fine. They're just fine. But these ones right here, I think are very much worth mentioning. I want to do a combined score of what you guys think these outfits are as far as fandom goes. Big 10.
These are 10 out of 10.
Hard 10 on that one. That was quick too. One,
Yeah.
this is just personal.
Dude, you're not part of the show. You're a fan. Wear a jersey. Wear something else. Don't take the ring hat's stupid.
No, you are a part of the show though, dude. That's
you're not part of the
yes. It's like people cosplaying.
You're not part of the
They're like Comic-Con or something. Look how happy they are, dude.
These are the people who stayed in the stadium the entire time.
Yep.
For that game the other day.
Toughed it out.
I also respect someone who doesn't dress for the weather. They just dress for show.
What is the ringhead's jersey though?
Mizzou and Chiefs.
Yeah, but I don't know why he had to represent
Oh, it's
Mizzou
half
that day.
Mizzou. I couldn't figure out
But why did he
Mizzou?
have to represent Mizzou on a Chiefs day?
Because that's why I love these guys. Their love for these teams are so much that it is their DNA, their RNA, it's their core identity. He's repping Mizzou just because he wants you to know that he freaking loves Mizzou too. He wears it on his sleeve. Shout out to Ringhead guy. Also, the Travis Kelce puffer, are those blonde dreads?
I think that's what's going on, but I don't really want to talk about it.
Fair enough.
And it might be the last time the Chiefs are relevant ever. So shout out to
God, he looks like he smells awful.
Just going out with a bang, honestly.
Terrible.
All right, we're gonna move past this one. Also, yeah, there's a little towel action going on. So I wanted specifically to talk about the jacket going on here because this whole press situation was on Twitter, but all the comments were about the jacket specifically. So that's what we're talking about.
Looks like a Jeff Hamilton jacket. He makes professional jackets, like leather jackets.
Oh, maybe a custom?
Yeah, I think it's custom. Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Just more expensive
That's
than you.
fire.
I think it's
I would
incredible.
wear that jacket. That's
Is this a jacket you can buy? Like, are these issued by the NFL? Could you buy these for your team? Like a Saints? I would love a Saints jacket like that.
I'm not sure. It looks like something
think
like
so.
vintage too. Like it looks.
That
Is
looks
this
like
the
a Jeff
coolest?
Hamilton.
Is this the coolest that Trevor Lawrence has ever looked?
Hey, Jags
I
equipment.
will say yes personally because
I'd
I
take one of
haven't
them
looked at him and
jackets.
thought that looks like a cool guy. But this one, first thing in my head.
So is that a Jaguars chain too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, twofer.
Yeah.
Little twofer.
I'm all in
action.
on this.
I thought the NFL patch was on the jacket.
Dabo is furious looking at this. What is Trevor looking
We see a lot of like over the top outfits. I love the understated yet cohesive nature of Lawrence's fit.
And he's also repping the team.
That's what I'm saying.
Every way.
Simple Jags hat, simple Jags jacket, simple Jags chain, and they're kicking ass.
There's a lot of
You know
Jags
what?
logos.
I need to bump mine up to a 10. I did an 8. Let's do a 10.
What's the 4 about, Ebo? I saw that.
I like the look. I just don't know if I like it for Trevor Lawrence, a Clemson man.
What do you want him in, like a sweater?
Yeah, something a little more nerdy.
Little more conservative.
All
right,
perfect. A better looking guy with shorter hair. Just try it one time.
Who, Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah. I think you do well with short hair.
But is it like a Samson and Delilah situation? I don't know.
I don't know.
I want him to dress more androgynously. Because he's very androgynously beautiful. What if he just had like a
Hannah, what's
tight
next?
Skin suit?
A little bit different. A little bit different from the last one. So we were saying it was understated. This is not. Quincy Adams. Obviously, do you guys know what this is from?
Yeah, Stephen King's It.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not sure, why. I don't understand
why.
Is
that from Of Mice and Men?
An ode to Heath Ledger? What is this?
I guess so, but it's
has to be, right?
I mean, I don't understand what would make you.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 3.
You don't like
What Quincy Adams is this? Do we know? Quincy Williams. Okay, Quincy Williams.
John Quincy Adams was the president.
This was also from this week. Again, I want to reiterate, not Halloween related, just personal.
It's only the
Wait, this wasn't Halloween related?
This was this past week. Yeah.
And he plays for the Jets.
Yeah.
I only like this when the linebackers on my team do it.
Are you just getting here?
I don't know who Quincy Williams is. I needed to look up if I thought he was really good or not. Is he really good?
Is that
really good? Yes. But the Jets 10 straight losing seasons, and Connor is at rock bottom.
I never said I was at rock bottom.
I guess
haven't made the playoff in 15 years.
Yeah, this is a crazy look. If it's not Halloween, you're not playing well, or the Jets suck. Yeah.
You think you have to earn it?
Did he wear it?
Play better at least.
Yeah, like if you're a psycho, your team's winning, and you're dominating, and you're a psychopath, then yeah, you could maybe.
You think he forgot he had a game that day?
I feel like, what does he do? Do you leave the face paint on for the game, or do you have to go through the awkwardness of washing it off in the locker room pregame?
That's bad too.
I love his bag, by the way.
Bag's nice. Yeah.
That is
love
nice.
the bag.
The rest of the fit is cool.
It's a $3,500 bag.
Yeah, true. There we go.
Shout out money.
Shout out money. Okay, we're gonna move on.
I do like the leather pants.
Kyrie Elam. This is the situation that we're in right now. This is a Toon Squad jacket, so it's a puffer with all it's like the animated sort
Space
of
Jam
like
1 or
Space
2,
Jam
do we
vibes.
know?
That's one.
Not positive, but it looks like it's just the landscape. So I don't really know how much that counts for if you take off points. I don't see any characters.
I think we don't wear enough Looney Tunes in our lives. I would, if I could have a wardrobe
rock solid
with nothing but Wile E. Coyote backdrops, I would do it.
That's actually great and whimsical. I like that.
I love art books. I love art books and landscape paintings.
Wait, is
and
the Eiffel
concept
Tower
art,
in there?
and that's what it looks like.
It looks like it is. I'm not really sure why.
So I take this
castles?
back. I think this is the second Space Jam. It would be an 8 if it was the original. I give it a 7.
Oh, this is the LeBron James Space Jam?
The logo of the Toon Squad looks to be like LeBron.
Yeah. Does he have Looney Tunes trinkets on his chain going from his wallet to his pocket, or is that just some sort of other trinket?
They look like other miscellaneous trinkets.
Fair enough.
But there's the accessories that say I have money.
Oh my God!
Shout out money.
That's fire.
Dude, that travel bag. What are we looking at?
This is.
Oh my God! 10,000.
Okay.
Minimum.
Yeah.
What do those bags do? Do they do anything nice to be worth so
I
much?
think they carry your stuff.
Yeah, but do they have secret compartments?
It's probably made of leather, or they killed an animal to make it. Something specific.
Like a rare animal?
Oh, I don't know. Not rare animal.
Well, then why am I paying
Northern
so
white
much?
rhinoceros.
Yeah,
Something
I feel like,
Alligator cost a lot of money.
yeah, I guess
Leopard.
Yeah, Louisiana.
Skin,
yeah.
fur,
I'm starting to
chinchilla,
hypothesize.
mink,
All good options.
possum.
Don't you have gator boots?
I do not have gator boots.
Pimped out Gucci suits?
No, I do not have pimped out Gucci suits.
Sorry.
All right, moving forward. Okay, so
What
we've
the
got
hell is
Stephon
that?
Diggs and
Put a
Wally
state Portnoy for a second.
See, I also wanted to talk about, this was my favorite comment. It says, Cardi said, wear it, you look nice. It's just a fun idea. What's happening here? How do we feel about it?
This is
Is
crazy.
this weird? Is this fine?
This is crazy.
I mean, the outfit looks fine up until what he's wearing on his head. What actually is that? Is that part of this? Is that part of his sweater, or is that actually?
It looks like a hood scarf hybrid.
I mean, the jacket sleeves are too. Everything. The jacket itself is short and the sleeves are long.
Why are his hands tucked into the sleeves like that?
Oh, you've never been cold, Connor. You've ever been cold in your life?
Cold is just a mindset.
He's Joey.
I wish I was tall and thin enough to wear this entire outfit, but I'm not. I could never pull this off.
I gave it a 1.
I would look like a hobbit.
Give it a 2.
1, 2. Ebo,
Yeah,
what are you rocking with?
A 2.
2. So no high marks.
I'm trying to think of something funny to
Give it
say,
an
and I
8.
have nothing. I just don't really like it.
He looks like he got yelled at like by his parents beforehand, being like, "Go."
Yeah, he does look like he's
cold.
pouting. I don't like his energy walking in right now.
If you wear that, you gotta be happy.
Actually, I do kind of. He looks like what? Yeah, like Cardi forced. You're right. Like Cardi forced him to wear it.
Yeah, I love it. But the last one is Mac Hollins back again. And I wanted to talk about this one. It is from a week ago, so we're catching up.
Always
That's a tire.
What?
Always shoeless.
That's a tire.
Oh, he's going to work.
Oh, his mechanic's outfit.
He's
Yep.
going to work.
Oh, yeah, theme. I like
Barefoot.
There's the reference to his TikTok series. He has the
that is
mechanics
great.
series where he talks about his car.
He went with a theme.
He's got a tire. Oh, he's a tire iron.
Something ironically funny about him walking directly into a metal detector, carrying a full tire and a tire wrench in hand.
Yeah, you can't bring those in, probably.
That's wild.
Are we just doing costumes every Sunday now, though?
That might be it, honestly. I think like half of these were costumes.
He's one of the more interesting guys we got in the league.
Yeah, he never wears shoes, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
he's
a
committed.
0 for safety, no?
He's a big conspiracy theorist, too, right?
He
Zero.
grounds. Isn't that what it is? It's like grounding.
Yeah, grounding. It's like
Yeah,
the Liver
so-
King.
That's what we've got here. I mean, he seems like he's one with the earth.
Sun in the eyes, sun in the face.
But that wraps it all up. I think he's my favorite person. on
Hannah.
the floor.
How do you feel about raisins?
How do I feel about raisins?
Are you a fan of raisins?
They're
There's
like
no
a-
trick here. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Honest opinion.
They're like a little surprise in your trail mix. It's like part of it that makes it bad for you.
Do you ever eat raisins alone?
By myself and the dog.
No, sorry.
Oh my God!
That's how I thought you asked the question, too.
I'm sweating. Chills went through my body.
That was a crazy question.
Asthma.
No.
Stop, Adam.
Got it.
Stop it right there.
Only eat raisins in groups.
No, I eat them in group settings, but I don't think I've ever been like, oh, I want a pack of raisins.
That's what I'm
besides
saying.
that
But,
one.
okay, raisins by themselves. You never just have like just a box of raisins?
No, but when I was little, and that was forcibly in my lunch. So
Okay. When I was a child, I did childish things. As an adult, I've left such things behind.
yeah, now I have grapes like a woman.
Oddly enough, KB, little packs of raisins, my wrestling coach used to tell me, quick energy, quick burst of energy.
Quick
High
energy.
sugar immediately goes to your head, quick energy.
All right, we got to go to
It's
break.
solving.
We got to go to break.
You know what else gives you quick energy?
What?
Do you know?
No.
What do you think?
All right, coming up next, we got KB's show notes. Maybe we'll get the answer. Hannah, thank you so much. Another excellent football fast report. More Wake Up Barstool. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. It's time for KB's show notes.
Okay, first note, a little raisin heavy.
Okay, fair.
But I want to go back to bowl games because I'm a bowl game guy.
Yeah.
And I know even with like the 12-team playoff, I think they still have significance. Some of these like other top 20 teams, top 25 teams, smaller programs, like this is a big game for them. And I'm looking at the names, and this is a disgrace. It's the names and sponsors are turning these games into like a parody bonanza.
Yeah.
The Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
Yeah. And they have Prince Chedward. He's a royal Cheez-It mascot.
Those don't complement each other. The Cricket Celebration Bowl.
Is that a Cricket Wireless one?
A metaphor for a bad performance. With the Staff DNA Cure Bowl, like these kids, these poor studs that have to play in that.
It's a bad one.
Snoop Dogg has a bowl.
That was our
That
goal.
makes sense. Yeah. Tony the Tiger has a bowl.
Okay, yeah. Frosted Flakes.
Xbox in Myrtle Beach. The tax filers have bowls.
Have you seen the LA one? The Bucked Up LA Bowl hosted by Gronk?
Yeah, what is this? Bad Boy Mowers?
Yeah, Bad Boy Mowers. It's a big company.
Yeah, I mean, go back to something that's masculine and violent. Like, you call it the Iron Bowl or the Blood Bowl.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Blood Bowl.
The Nicki Minaj Bowl?
Very fun board game, Blood Bowl.
Connor, why are you sitting like that?
Try to steal the show notes segment?
No, I just was just thinking like this. Anyway, go ahead. It's crisscross applesauce. We all can do it. Anyway.
Yeah, I just think that, these names trivialize, these sponsors and names trivialize, like otherwise what is a big game?
It's hard to be prestigious when you're playing in the, what was it, the Title R&A Bowl?
No, the Cure Bowl, the
Staff DNA Cure Bowl? What does their swag bag look like?
Oh, the Cure from
Vaccines?
Vaccines.
All right, guys, we love you. Thank you so much. Had a great Wednesday. We'll see you next show Thursday.
We can sit in different ways.
We're cool, guys.